Well, good morning, folks. It's Monday, and you know what that means. Welcome along to episode number 42 of our F1 Manager 22 career mode with Team Alpine. And it is time for the Japanese Grand Prix. Oh, the good old Japanese Grand Prix. Where we had a good result last year. If you remember that dry wet race. Anyway, championship and Red Bull lead the way from Ferrari and Alpine, Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri up to P6, Haas down to P7, McLaren, Aston Martin and Williams, both of whom are still yet to score. They will do though, I have a feeling. And in the drivers, Max Verstappen leads the way. I think he might win the Drivers' Championship at the end of this, then followed by Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Pierre Gasly, George Russell, Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso. Your top 10. So yeah, I think Verstappen could win the championship at this race, but we'll get that double checked for you. Anyway, practice. We'll take practice with the boys, and we'll see you all after this for Q1, folks. All right then, practice all done and dusted. Q1,
yeah, all good.
And we have some rain on the way. Right, get them out quick. Get them out very quickly. The quicker we get them out, the quicker we'll be able to knock out some big names here. Because if this rain comes, they're all screwed. Zhou gets the idea, Perez gets the idea, Hamilton gets the idea. We've got a clean track as well. Wow, did they set the exact same time? And here's the rain. They both set the exact same time. Zhou is in P3. Zhou's going to get in here. Zhou's going to get into the party here. Alright, come on. How did Perez set that time? What have Red Bull got that we haven't? Yep, we're calling the cars in, don't worry. We're calling the cars in. They're going to come in at a nice and slow pace, so as not to damage the car. Hamilton's P4. Norris, Sonoda. Oh yes, the rain has started to fall and we're gonna get some big names going out here. Oh, have one of them be Verstappen for a giggle. I want a giggle. And I want Verstappen to be one of the names that go out. Oh, he's in P12 at the moment. Oh, the track is getting worse. That's not good. If they switch to wets, then we're in a lot of trouble. But I think it is getting better. So we're definitely in. Yeah, fail 84, fail 84. That's fine. Let's see who else gets into the party here. Zhou's in. Guan Yu Zhou yet again, the tyre whisperer. Oh, you love to see it. So, who do we lose there? Verstappen P6. Yeah, alright then. Whatever. We lose Kevin Magnussen from the session. That's a shock. Lance Stroll gets in. Wow. Definitely a shot. Yuki Tsunoda. Wow, we lose Alonso. That's a big name to go out immediately with Latifi, Schumacher, Tsunoda and Magnussen, I believe. Alright then, Q2, and Q2 is started off wet and miserable. So I would suggest that we get the boys out there very quickly, and we see what the conditions are going to be like. Because we don't want to be caught with our, although no one seems to be moving now that they're moving now. Let's get them out. No one else seems to be moving here. Yeah, let's get them out. Let's see if we can at least do something there, can't we? I hope we could, because that would be awesome. But you just never ever know with this. So Gasly's in P, Russell's in P2. Hello. What did George Russell have this morning? Oh, Gasly on the verge of being eliminated. We don't... Oh, he's in the drop zone now. I'm sorry, is that Lance Stroll in P3? There's Lance Stroll in P3, folks. What the absolute you-know-what? You know what I'm saying? What the absolute you-know-what? We could not be knocked out by Lance Stroll? Well, they say the rain is going to get better. So I would take Inters. I would take a set of Inters in this situation. And let's hope that we can do some damage. Yeah, everyone else is going out on Inters. We've got to get Gasly out. I think with the track drying up as it is, that we've got to go now. We've got to go now. See if we can knock out a Ferrari. That'd be big if we knocked them out. Oh, track's getting worse. No, track's getting better. Come on. Come on, track. Right, Gasly's in P14. He's been getting better and better. Come on. Gasly's in P5. Good laugh. George, P8. Love your work. Love your work. Have we lost Bottas? Oh, I thought we lost Bottas then, but no. Bottas just denies everyone at the last second. How very dare he. But P5 and P8, we will take that all the time, and we lose Vettel, Norris, Ricciardo, and the two Williamses of Zhou and Stroll. But to be honest, I don't think they care, because they got into Q2. Hey! And we're going to go on to Q3. Alright then, Q3, and Q3 is dry. Interesting. Q3 is dry. And that's going to give us some brand new sets of soft tyres for us to use as well. If we use a worn set, if we use a worn set now, then when the race comes, we're going to have two fresh sets of soft tyres for us to use. That will be big. That will indeed be very big. Very, very big. Let's see how they go on these worn tyres first. Going to be P5, P6 Gasly, P7 Russell. Make that 7 and 8 because, oh, excuse me, here comes Verstappen. Right, let's put this new set on. So that's give us two new sets for Q3. Sorry, for the race. Yes, yes. Right, who should we send out first? Send out Gasly first. Send out the man. Do 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 do. And then we'll send Russell out right behind him. And then we'll take you for your flying lap around Suzuka with Pierre Gasly and George Russell. So we're down to the first corner. This is the only DRS zone on the track, this run down to the first corner. Fling into the first part and then turn 2 immediately on. You can just scrub off speed, then watch this S section. This S section is all about commitment. If you can commit the car into this S section, you're doing well. Fling it through that corner. Then you're coming down to the Degner corners. Oh, look at that beautiful sunset. Degner 1, arrive and drive. Degner 2, hit the brakes and just let the car flow. Gasly's up in sector 1. George is up in sector 1. Gasly should be just going through the hairpin, the tedious hairpin, and then this long run down to Spoon Corner. If you look on the track circuit diagram, you can see why it's called Spoon Corner. Whoa, hello! It got a bit shaky through there. It got very shaky. He is well up on the delta. Is the man Gasly as he heads down to 130R. He's gone green in the first sector. 130R. Oh, that is full commitment. as George goes green in Sector 2 as well. He's going to give it full berries through 130R out of the Casio triangle for the man Gasly. Pierre Gasly to the line, and it will be P6 for Gasly. Good, we're ahead of one Ferrari. Go on then, where's George going to go? Go on, George. Go on, George, son. He's got P6. Love your work, lads. P6 and P7 tomorrow. That's how we're going to start it. No engine penalty in front of us as well. So it's all about what I want to do strategy-wise now that we've got 2 sets of soft tyres to use. It's an interesting strategy play, I must say. I'm going to get my creative brain going on this one, I think.
The drivers there lined up on the grid under mostly sunny skies. And here we've got George Russell. Not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. Next for the team, it's Pierre Gasly. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. The race start is mere seconds away. Get ready, it's the Japanese Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Oh boy, I walked into that one, didn't I? Anyway, let's get going here at Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. 6 and 7 for the Alpine boys. And hopefully we can go forward. 2 stop is the way to go today. Which I didn't think that would be entirely possible, but it does mean that we can lean on, get these soft tyres working a little bit better than what we could have done. I think a 1 stop was possible, but I think it was going to be really tight towards the end. That might be something I bring in for Season 3 when we get there, coming up in... I think it's the end of this month. I forget to Season 3. I think it is. Let me yeah, because it's Japan, USA, and Mexico this week. So it'd be Brazil and Abu Dhabi in the preparation next. So yeah, it's in a couple of weeks' time. We get there. So we'll definitely be putting in the strategy so you can all see what how in depth this manager game is. Meanwhile, Russell leading the charge ahead of Gasly. That's stuff we love to see. Through 130R. 130R. I don't know if there are any Japanese people that like the Japanese Grand Prix. I do believe the 130R corner is a lot less daunting than it was. It needs to be made more scary. Because in the old cars, 130R was... Oh! You clench so hard through that corner. Settle down time.
Someone's run wide.
Right, Perez run wide. Hello.
So let's look at this.
Perez from...
Perez.
Well, he may have got a bit of an assistance there from the Silver Arrow. Alright, Albon's run wide in turn 1 now. And he was on his own, so he didn't get any assistance there. But he's let Vettel through, he's let the Alpha through, and he's getting stuck up behind that McLaren as well. Verstappen has walked away with it as Albon run wide again. Oh wow, Albon's really struggling out there as the tie-Brit driver. And I'm really cold, which is really worrying for me as Stroll locks it up. Is this the hairpin? Yep, this is going to be the hairpin. We'll be seeing you there, Lance. Learn how to drive there, will you, for crying out loud? Alright, Latifi has now run wide. In turn 1. Well, turn 1 and 2, I should say. I should say turn 1 and 2. Right, lap 11, Sainz has now started his charge. He's overtaken Gasly down the front straight. Come on, Gasly, wake up here, man. Stay with that Ferrari and go with him. That Ferrari will bring you right back into play, trust me. It'll bring you right back to where we need you to be. And if not, then we need to look at where you actually need to be. Right, lap 12, Gasly's back past Carlos Sainz down the front straight here. If he can cruise up to the back of George Russell and leave Carlos for dead, that would be brilliant. But look at it, we got a nice little fight going on there. Oh God, what was that coming out the back of his car? We got Perez, Ocon, Leclerc, Russell. If Gasly can cruise up to the back of that, brill. Okay, Sainz is back past Gasly. Imagine down into the... Yep. I tell you what, Perez is bringing Hamilton back into play here. The lead is not too far away unless Verstappen has walked off like the walking cheat code that he is. He is just an incredible walking cheat code for some reason. Not sure why, but he just is. Well.
Yep.
Oh, lap 15. Ocon's crashed. Hello. That's a position. Oh, is it going into the hairpin? Oh, do it. Agent Ocon to the rescue. Well, that was a bit tame. That was a bit tame there from Ocon, wasn't it? Okay, so P5 and P6. Gasly is coming in this lap, so let's get Gasly in for his first stop. Verstappen has walked away from Hamilton. We're going to bring Russell in on the next lap for another set of softs. So that's what we're going. I think we're going 2 softs and a medium. Or were we going 2 softs and a hard, and then really pushing on the hard tyre as we were going to in the last stint. Mick Schumacher in the pit, in the lane. We got a yellow flag out there in sector 1. Oh God, don't you want to try and get past that right there? Who's that? Magnussen, Joe and Ricciardo. Doesn't matter that we're struggling. Norris has run wide in turn 1. Yes, 2 softs and a medium for Gasly. That is wide in turn 1 there for Lando. We shall be seeing him. We shall definitely be seeing him. Oh, but he's come out in front of Sainz. That's big. Now, Russell. What are we going to do here, George? We need you to catch up to Leclerc because Hamilton, Perez and Leclerc, this is now a genuine fight for P2. And you're in that fight. So we need you to really push on now and get up to the back of the... If they don't come in, we've got an undercut potential going on here. But they cannot come in. Verstappen's in the pit, in the lane. Let's see what Hamilton, Perez and Leclerc do. Hamilton has gone through, so has Perez. Leclerc, though, is in the lane. So we may not undercut Leclerc, but we'll definitely undercut Hamilton and Perez. That's how it should work, using the fresh grip to undercut the drivers. Oh, love the overhead shot into the lane. Good, lads. Put the softs on and come out behind Leclerc. Now, do we come out around where Gasly is? I think we do. Oh, we're going to come out in front of this. That's big. Oh, that's big. What the hell is George Russell doing there? Jesus Christ, what was George Russell doing then? I haven't a clue. But him coming out in front of Magnussen, Joe, Ricciardo, that's big. Because now he can really push on and push away from them. Okay, Gasly has overtaken... Who is he overtaken? Alonso. Who's he overtaken? Oh, it's Ricciardo he's overtaken. Whoop, excuse me. Come through. Turn 10, excuse me, coming through. You don't mind me saying no there, sir? Now get after Zhou. Now get after Guan Yu. Actually, I should put the message out. Guan Yu, Gasly is faster than you. Can you confirm you understood this message, please? Hopefully he understands the message. Bottas has gone for a spin into out of the Casio triangle. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you there. It's all right. Russell's overtaken Leclerc. Oh, now that's big. And I tell you what, he definitely undercut Perez as well. But he didn't undercut Hamilton. But George Russell is in this podium fight now. He's really come alive these last few races as George Russell. He fits into the Alpine nicely. Oh, he's up to P4 now. Jesus, where he's flying past everyone. Well, to be fair, this wasn't the position for here, but We take that pass over Bottas. Is that Bottas we just passed, or is that Alonso?
Moving up a position in the
No, that's got to be Bottas, hasn't it? 9 times out of 10, it would be Bottas.
Absolutely loved it.
Well, I would hope it's Bottas anyway, for crying out loud. Up to P3 now. He's past Hamilton. Gee, this is going to be for a net P2 because Vettel hasn't pit yet. There's Gasly chilling out to the final corner. There's some massive points on offer here for Alpine. There are some big points on offer for Alpine here. We just need to push on if we can. Okay, up to P2. Bottas is spun again. And this is going to be into the spoon corner. It is going to be into spoon corner. And we'll be seeing you. Oh, I think he may have made contact with the barrier as well. Bottas is struggling in that Alfa Romeo recently since Alonso came along. Alonso outdoing Bottas. Never would have thought it.
It's a race position game.
Okay, Hamilton's overtaken Russell for P2. See, what I would do if I was Russell now, I'd back all these guys up, because there's Gasly. So he's P6. So we've lost Carlos Sainz. That's the car we've lost in all of this. Although I'm pretty sure Carlos Sainz is still pretty close to Pierre. But George, if he stays with Hamilton, there's a podium on for us. Okay, so Noda has run wide in turn 1, and that is run wide in turn 1 confirmed. We'll be seeing you there, Yuki. We'll be seeing you there, sir. Okay, Hamilton and Russell are having a good old ding-dong fight for P2, and the more that they fight, they're inviting Perez and Leclerc into this. And the more that they invite Perez and Leclerc into it, the more that they may potentially invite Pierre into this fight. Let me just have a sip of Coke here for my throat.
And it may have really hurt their overall. Who's running wide there?
Right, Bottas is having a terrible race. Now he's going to bin it in the Degner corner.
Oh dear,
Jesus wept.
Far wider than they would have wanted.
What is going on with Bottas recently? I don't even Bottas knows what Bottas is doing. We've had a crash out there on the track. Just a yellow at the moment. No safety cars going on. As Perez thought about it. Albon has crashed into the hairpin. Oh, he's not going to take his teammate out, is he? No, he's just going to avoid that. But yeah, we'll be seeing you there, Albon.
That was a big crash.
We'll be seeing you there, buddy. Come on, Russell. Come on, George. Come on, buddy. We've got the pit windows active. Get after that Mercedes. Come on, George. We're going to start pushing you. Yeah, we're going to start pushing Gasly now. Get him going for his pit stop. Okay, Perez has overtaken Russell now. Not what we need. Oh, into the hairpin. Caught George with his pants down, did Sergio. Okay, I appreciate that pass right there. I actually appreciate that pass. That's the sign of a good racer there, is Sergio Perez. A very good racer. He was very aware of the situation that was about to go down. Very much aware, I would say. Right, it's push time for George. We should be bringing in Oh, we should have brought Gasly in already. Why didn't it come up to tell me that Gasly was to come in?
Cool down the tires again where you can. Cool down the tires where you can.
Ah, that's a bit worrying.
Yeah, okay.
Right, let's get him in this lap. Yeah, let's get him in. And it's going to be for a set of mediums. So this will take us to the end of the Grand Prix right here. Meanwhile, George, there is still time to pit George. But do I want to be double stacking?
Cool the tires as much as you
Perez is now moved into P2. I don't think I want to be double stacking. We've got yellow in sector 3. This may be our safety car. Nope, it's just a local. Okay, so Gasly into the lane as Magnussen's run wide in turn 1.
All eyes on
Yep,
Kevin
that's,
Magnussen.
well, that's actually turn 2 there, game, but close enough.
Valuable time.
Close enough. We got Gasly in the lane now. So we bring Russell in on the next lap. Sainz has gone through. Although Sainz has not pitted yet, I believe. Now, he can come out in front of Lando Norris. This is big. This is big right here. Right, George. Set of mediums.
So, box.
To be fair, we've actually gone a lap longer than we actually should have done. But that's fair play, right? We want to bring the pace down a little bit on these mediums.
Okay.
Make sure nothing untoward happens. Meanwhile, Hamilton's going to P2. George is still here with them. If he could get the undercut working again, he could overtake these two in the pit lane if they don't pit. Because he pitted with Leclerc. So Leclerc should be coming in with us. That may not be necessarily how it works. Right, it's in time. Hamilton's through, Perez is through. Leclerc's not gone for this time, right. Interesting, right. If we can get him out in that gap behind Vettel, that would work out for us. In fact, they've all gone on mediums. So, are they going soft medium, I wonder? Sainz is in the lane, so we may beat Ocon out here. That would be helpful if we beat Ocon. There's a yellow in sector 3. We're definitely going to beat Vettel out. Oh, that's big. Yuki Tsunoda has gone and binned it. So that's fair enough. Let's have a look what he did. Into the hairpin, as you would expect. I wouldn't mind if he took out that Red Bull.
A definite collision
Doink.
there. That's very unfortunate.
That corner's a pain in the arse some of the time. Not a lot, but some of the time. Okay, so Vettel has now overtaken Russell. This was not part of the plan here. That Sebastian Vettel was going to start messing up the system. Definitely not part of the plan. I wouldn't think it was part of the plan anyway.
The team are devastated.
Okay.
They'll be questioning just what
That's fine.
happened out there.
We can get that position back there, George.
Alpine just advanced.
Okay, Gasly
Let's take a look at the replay.
passed. Who's he
Now look at
passed
this.
here?
It's Pierre Gasly.
He's passed. Is that Vettel? That looks like Vettel. So that's another car out of the way. They're not going to try and make a one-stop work, are they?
Big move for them.
I hope they're not
Race
trying to make a
position
one-stop work, because it wouldn't work.
I think it's safe to say that went down well.
Yes,
with the
love
team.
your work, lads. Love your work out there today. Love it all. Okay, so last lap. You would not believe this, but
So they've
made a one-stop work. It's incredible. They have made a one-stop work. I honestly don't know how they've done this. That's insane. So, but it's going to be P5 and P6. And we're going to score more points than Mercedes again. That's absolutely fine. Verstappen has won this race at a canter. Jesus Christ. Somebody get the walking cheat code out, will they? Well, he's not won the race just yet, has he? We've got one more to go. Into turn 1 and 2 goes George. He's got Pierre behind him. Pierre's got a big gap back to Carlos, so we haven't got to worry about that. Just nice and smooth through the S section here at Suzuka. Look at that big wheel.
So struggling with
You love coming here to Suzuka because that big wheel really does help tourism out of the Degner section. See, they're just there. They are tantalisingly just there. More to the point, though, Verstappen has made a one-stop work. Jesus Christ, how much of a cheat code is this guy? He is like a total. I don't understand how they've made a one-stop work. I mean, yeah, we're gaining now, but
So watch out for the rest.
it's pointless now.
We can take a look
Oh, I
now.
wonder who won.
There's the checkered flag. Max Verstappen
Everybody
is
say it
our
with
winner.
me. Everyone knows the cheat code.
There's no doubt that they deserve their spot at the top
Even
of the
if it is Verstappen. I think that's the driver's title as well. I'm going to do some number crunching. And I think that is going to be the driver's title for Max Verstappen. Depending on where Leclerc... Well, Leclerc's going to finish P2. Perez P3. Hamilton 4. And look at this. They're right there. Tantalisingly close. I reckon one more lap would have got them. But it's a good effort today, lads. P5 and P6. Good effort today, lads. Good effort. Loved your effort out there and your work ethic today. So that's what? 14 points for Mercedes and 18 for us. I'll take that. I'll take that as a darn good result, if you don't mind me saying so. We just got to wait for Norris to finish. And then I believe we can call it an episode, can't we? Honestly, I'm loving this F1 Manager career mode. I am. I'm really loving this. Certainly more than F1 22 at the moment. But I'm sure the love for F1 22 will come back eventually.
George Russell had a decent race here. This isn't a bad result at all. This wasn't bad at all from Alpine. Now the question is, how can they make it better next time?
Yep, plenty for them to think about and strategize, and certainly a good enough result for now.
That's right, and they finished the race weekend in third place in the constructor standings.
Coming up next, we'll be crossing the pond all the way to Texas for the twists and turns of the United States.
So there we have it, folks, the walking cheat code. Oh, they did do 2 stops. Wow. Wow, they did do a 2-stop. I didn't see them come in at all, but yeah, P5 and P6. Ocon only got P9. So, oh, actually, yeah, 14 points to 18. That works for us. Max Verstappen is not quite the driver's champion just yet. No, he is. 26 by 4 is 112 and he's 109. Yeah, so Verstappen has won. And I would say that means Red Bull are Constructors champions as well. I would definitely be saying that. But, you know, good effort out there, lads. Good effort. 4 mil, nearly 5 mil in the bank. We'll take that, and we're going to head off to wrap up. Well, good outing there, I think. Very, very good outing. I know a good haul of points for us as well. Don't think anyone has any points to use, have they? Oh, we have a point for our technical chief. Let's stick it on his chassis. Yes, stick it on the chassis. And see where we go from there. Anyone else got a point? Nope, no one else has a point that they need using. All in all, I think it's looking good for Alpine, don't you think? I think we can safely say it's looking very, very good. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. We will be back on Wednesday with more F1 Manager, but tomorrow, F1 22 My Team Career Mode from Japan. Can Jackie go and do even more damage than she and Zhou have been able to do? So in the meantime, stay safe, be kind to each other. You can't be kind, quiet, no place where you can't be kind to other people. And we'll see you all tomorrow, folks.